Welcome to Countryside Knitting. This is another episode and I hope that you will enjoy it. My name is Merete and you will also meet Janne. The best thing is to sit together and make episodes, but it was not possible now these 2 weeks, so we had to make another one of this where I edit us into the same episode. This YouTube channel is mostly about knitting and crochet. And this episode is not the longest, and I have only recorded about 2 of my cardigans, my COVID cardigans in a way. I have had a lot of time to knit, and I wanted to record before everything was finished. So you will see what I recorded a couple of days ago. And I have noticed that there is a lot of interest about the typical Norwegian way of making kofte cardigans, so maybe we will make a special one day. One of the cardigans had a name Dreamcatcher in Norwegian, and I kind of got lost in my summer photos and videos, so I have a couple of minutes or maybe a little bit more with nice photos from summer. The last summer and also some other summers, flowers, sun, a lot of things, and there is a couple of music. That I was at the concert in Kornstad Church, the neighbor that we had to Hansgarn, and you can. First, I have a short cut where I was outside the church and they were practicing or having a rehearsal inside. And then I went up and I sat at the side of the organ. I didn't record them, but you can hear them singing. And then I had something that I recorded during the real concert. I just love that choir. They are so clever. So this is going to be mainly about my cardigans. Sorry, it's impossible not to cough. Something else that I just wanted to show you is that I am going to, this weekend, I'm going to work on my mittens. This is Janne's design called Bakrosevått. There's going to be a rose pattern here. They are so lovely. I also have a very easy project going on. I have a lot of other things, but I'm not going to show you now. I'll wait until Janne comes. So this was my easy knit in lunchtime and on my way home. This is a hat, and that is Sofie Kapelle from California. That was her design before Christmas. Easy knit. So I'm also going to knit a hat in February with the pattern not exactly the same, but it's the same, almost the same as these. These are Janne's design called Hansgarn, and she has a hat version, and she has also a cowl that is really wonderful. So that is something I'm going to make very soon. And my other projects, I think I will wait to show you. Just one thing I'll show you. and because I was interrupted, I have to get them. One of the things that I knit the most are cardigans, and sometimes I knit them, or I have knitted them for many years without being very clever with how to put everything together. So I have done something again. This cardigan, I think I showed you in the last episode. The button bands were not very nice. They were not even. There were too many stitches on one side. And I also had knitted it from the wrong. I had not followed the pattern, and my choice was bad. I just took it. I ripped it. I had to be careful with the yarn because this yarn is not. It is discontinued. But I managed with what I ripped up. So I made a new one, a nice button band, and I also put a crochet, because I didn't have that much yarn, I crocheted at the end, that yellow, and I also crocheted in the neckline, sleeves, and at the back of the, down here on the body. And because I didn't have very much of the pink and I had a lot of the yellow in my stash after that many years, I just knitted. I think this is 9 stitches stockinette, and just sew it on. And this yellow together with pink, I think it's exciting. It's a little bit ugly and pretty. So and then I wasn't well. My head was not very. I forgot to make buttonholes. But I thought I could just make 3, and now I have forgotten the name, even though I know it. But I make like this, so this is enough. 3 of this, and it's okay. This is the flea cardigan by Pinneguri, the needle lady. This was the first I made, and now I think I made it in 2017, and now I can wear it without being angry with my button bands. I have made many flea cardigans, and this is the last one I made in 2019, and it has not had buttons until now. These are wooden, aren't they? Yeah, wooden, rather light color. And I really like it, and I have used this cardigan a lot without buttons, but it's best with buttons because we have a lot of wind, as you can see when I record the weather, so then it stays on the way it should. This is telespinn Symre, it's mohair, a little bit of lamb's wool also, from a small mill in Telemark where I come from. The other one is Finull and PT2. I think the yarn that I use the most. Let's see. I think Janne is going to record something. I don't know, because when I speak to you now, I haven't got an overview about everything. So maybe you will meet Janne, maybe not. Next time we hope to do this together. So now you will. If you want to know more about what I do and how I knit my cardigans, you will just wait, and then it comes, and then you have some summer memories. And stay safe in these times. Until next time, bye bye. Welcome to my little corner of knitting and COVID. It is maybe not the best idea to record a podcast when you're ill, but just now I have so much knitting time, and I knit. I see now that this is going so quickly that if I don't show you now, I will just have the finished object to show you, and that's a bit of it's a pity in a way. So I thought that I could just record a little bit, and I'm sorry I don't look really fresh, but I am well enough to show you what I'm working on, because I wanted to show you the process. And excuse my strange voice. I am knitting 2 cardigans at the same time. And one of them you have already seen, and the other one is new. And now things are about to be finished, so I just wanted to show you in the process, because I think that is the most exciting, and especially one of these cardigans. This is Drømmefanger, translated, that will be Dreamcatcher, by a Norwegian designer called Anne Kjerstin Hegdal. It is knit in pelt wool. It's a fantastic wool with a halo, both very woolly and very soft, in a strange way, in a fantastic way. And I have now, I had 7 stitches in the middle of the body, and I have now all the loose ends. Every time I changed the yarn, the color, I did it in those 7 stitches, and now I have I had just used the crochet hook and kind of made them to the front side. Then I crochet 2 lines, and I cut in between, and of course, because of all the yarns I have changed, or when I changed color, there were a lot of yarns, so I cut a little bit, and then I picked up stitches from the front side, 3 out of 4, and then I knitted this like a band, and then on the other side I pick up in the when I picked up this, there is a little trace of that stitch on the other side, and I picked up in that trace in a way, so I have the same amount of stitches on the back side, inside here. So now I have 2 needles, and kind of, it's a bit difficult to show, but it's easier to show than explain without showing. So I now have this and this, and I had to use another color because I am about to run out of this yellow. So now I'm going to make a sandwich. I guess that's easy to understand. So all this messy thing here will be hidden when I put these 2 together and knit 1 stitch from one needle and 1 stitch from the other needle. So I will not have double pair of stitches. Everything is hidden. And with this method you can go on and make, I made 1 cardigan with Latvian braid afterwards, and some lace with buttonholes. So now I think actually I will make a button band in addition to this, because this cardigan, sadly, when I tried it on, was a little bit tight. Oh, now I'm losing stitches. I have done too much with the... I'm just going to pick them up. That's the problem. One of the needles is a little bit short. So I am going to do the last part of this, and then I will do the same again on this side. And here you can see what it looks like. This is crochet, and then here is where I cut. This is a very nice method. I would not dream of making this flat. It wouldn't happen. That is not the way we do it in Norway, at least most of us. This will be very nice, and if this cardigan will not fit me, it will be for my daughter. But I still haven't blocked it and all that thing, so it may be a little bit easier to make it perfect for me. Another thing that I have made is a design by Wenche Roald, and this is a knit along We also have a knit along in Norwegian with those two designers, but then Kias Bod has a knit along together with Järbo, the Swedish yarn company. Wenche Roald is, I think, actually both Norwegian and Swedish, a kind of a mix. But she has made this wonderful pattern Saga. And now that Kias Bod has this cal, and we also have a cal with all her patterns in Countryside Knitting. In the Norwegian version, I just wanted so much to cast on this cardigan. There was no hurry, but because I got ill, but not as bad as that I didn't have to be in bed all day, so I have had a lot of knitting time, and that resulted in this. This is I guess I have done this in 1.5 weeks, and that says something about how little else I have done in my life. The yarn that I use is Ask from Hillesvåg, a very strong and maybe, I don't know, I guess not everybody would like that green. It's very strong and almost, I really like this kind of green color, and I have had this in my stash for some year. It is a color that is being discontinued. Sorry. And I also have this light brown beige, almost sandy color, and together I think this makes this a little bit softer. White with this would be very hard, but this is a very nice combination. And I also have a darker green that I'm about to use all that skein. And then there's a third color, a fourth color, just some places. And then I chose the burgundy PT2. That is also a discontinued yarn. Actually, it's from my stash. So it is knitted top down. There are some short rows in the neckline. The pattern is quite easy. In the beginning I found this one a little bit difficult because it's a bit difficult to see where you are in the pattern. You have to kind of check the chart. But when I had knitted the first sleeve, I had kind of learned it. So yeah, when I started this, I knew that I had a yarn that was thinner than the original. So I started to put it on. I should have measured the gauge, but I wasn't really feeling very well, so I knitted a test. What's the word? The words are disappearing. But then I only looked at the colors. I didn't measure my gauge. But I could see that it was a little bit small, so I started with one size, and then I just continued to do the increasing for actually 2 bigger sizes. And that's a good thing, because I don't like it to be very wide, which is a problem, like you can see on this one. So, and I always make, when I knit top down, I knit so that I get a little bit, some centimeters down on the body, and then I stop there and I do the first sleeve, because sleeves are a little bit more difficult, or just you have to turn everything around in your lap, so it's a bit boring. So I did the first sleeve, and then I did the rest of the body, and then I am now going to do my last sleeve, and then I have to crochet and cut and pick up stitches for the button bands. When I started the button band, I did knit one, purl one, and when I knitted the sleeve, I don't know, I just didn't check. I just knitted, and I knitted knit 2, purl 2, and that is not a good combination. So I just have to do this again, but that's okay. And it was a little bit short also, but I wait. And this is something I noticed when I started doing this, that it was actually 1 of each and not 2. This is going to be one of my favorites, I think, because I love the colors, and it is going to be the size that I really want because I can try it on. And I really like this kind of 2-ply wool. I use those all winter, almost all spring and autumn, and sometimes even in the summer. So this is a very nice project, and it will be my COVID cardigan, I think. Saga, meaning fairy tale. Yeah, I think that was what I just wanted to show you while I was in the process. It's a little bit boring when the only thing you show is the finished garment and nothing in between. So I guess there will be, when you watch this, it has been a week or two, I don't know, but I have to be out of isolation, and and Janne has to have the time to come to me. Right now it's a little bit difficult. But this was my 2 cardigans of January. Klokka er 10:01. Det har blitt 25. juni. Og slik er sommernatta på Nordmøre. Midtsommers.
Tell them the conqueror has come.